Howdy, everybody. Eric Allard here at Tilson Homes, joined by
Dawn Dantzler. It's good to see everybody. We hope you're having a wonderful Independence Day. We decided today to give you guys a special treat and air some of our past live shows so you could get a little inspiration for your new home.
So we hope you guys enjoy these re-airs. There's some great videos that you guys have really thought very popular. Hope they help out. Hope you're having a wonderful Independence Day. God bless Texas and God bless the USA. Y'all have a great one.
Enjoy the show.
And howdy, everyone. Eric Allard here with Tilson Homes, Senior Vice President, part of the fourth generation of the Tilson family. So excited that you're joining us today for another installment of Tilson Live, Tilson Tuesday. We haven't decided what we're going to call it. We have people that are already checking in, Dawn. But before we get to them, I haven't introduced you yet. It's not that. They don't know who you are.
Oh, sorry.
So we've only done this almost 70 times. But I'm joined as I am every week. Steal my thunder. I'm joined as I am every week by the one and only award-winning website designer implementer, one of the 4 finalists for Marketing Professional of the Year by the Texas Association of Builders, a mother, a marketing genius, a fantastic mentor, coworker of mine. This is Dawn Dantzler. How was that one? That was a good one.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody say hi to Dawn. All right. So I was going to tell people to drop their comments where they're building from, where they're watching from, where they're building, all of those things. Put them into the chat. We can't wait to see them. They don't need my instructions.
They don't. They seem to got, everybody's in it. John is in Kyle, Texas, building a driftwood eventually.
Yeah, John, we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we are. Jesse says, happy Tilson Tuesday. Thanks for joining us again. Yeah. We have Will coming in from Klondike. And then we have David. He's very excited. We're going to show his work, guys. David is the one that actually makes all of our videos and films everything wonderful that you see on our site. So we're very excited. This one's going to be a little bit different. So we're excited to share some more of his content with you guys.
Yeah, David discovered us. We were the best kept secret in the state of Texas until David came along. No one knew who we were. And so now between David and, of course, Dawn's magic, now they know. Now they know.
Hi, Leslie.
We became an overnight sensation in just under 90 years. Very well done.
There you go. It had to happen eventually. Peggy's coming in from McKinney. I can't wait to see this beautiful house. We can't wait to share it with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sherry says we're amazing. All of you guys are amazing. You guys are awesome. We're glad you're here. We had somebody who commented over the weekend that this is like the highlight of our week, and it just made my weekend, like totally made my day, because this definitely is the highlight of our week too. So we're glad that everybody enjoys it. Donna is coming in from Plano. Hope to be in Marble Falls next year.
We hope so too.
We do. Neil is coming in from Mansfield. We'll be building the San Jacinto and Toller.
Awesome.
Peggy's building the Livingston B in Fannin County. About 30 days left. Awesome. We could do this for your house next.
Yes.
Kelsey, write her name down.
This is great.
Yeah. We got Tracy coming in from Henley. Kimberly's in San Antonio.
Yeah. Other people don't
David says he's excited about this live, and he's sorry to blow your cover, Eric, and make everybody know.
Incognito for decades, and then you came along. So anyway, yeah, guys, C-Stat, I'll be there tomorrow. Be in College Station. Howdy.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it. Might even meet up with my brother there and have dinner. Who knows? Maybe.
Oh, awesome. Roush family building San Felipe near Cameron. Foundation is done and lumber was delivered today. Awesome.
All right.
Jesse's in.
It does happen. It does happen.
Yes, it does.
There'll be foundations. There will be construction. If you hang in there with us, we promise we'll make it happen. And make you happy.
All right. Jesse's in Wilco building the Gillespie. Thinks she's done messing with the floor plan. On to transferring the deed to electricity and getting that well dug. All right. Yes. Let's put the floor plan down so we can get going.
Yes. Walk away.
Walk away. Jarana is coming in from Hello Days, getting our plans to our canyon building in Pipe Creek in December. Awesome.
Thank you for calling it Pipe Creek, not Pipes Creek. Very well done. Thank you, Jarana. Thank you.
Jabo just finished stakeout this morning near Natalia, Texas. Awesome. That's great.
Yes.
Good to hear that. We've got Lauren from Arlington building a customized Gonzales in Cleburne.
Cleburne, all right.
Renee coming in from Central Texas. We got to be more specific, Renee. Where are you?
That is, hey, that's a big area. Only the hottest market in the United States of America. No big deal.
She's being incognito, so no one can find her. I don't blame her. Yeah. Peggy's in Fort Worth. Learn something every time you go live. So do I. I learn something from Eric every time we go live.
Peggy told us something very nice yesterday evening. I think it was Peggy that we built her house and then she sold it like 4 years later for like double what she paid for it.
Oh, wow. Way to go, Peggy. Yay.
Time to build another one. So
yes, for sure.
All right. So we had a little bit different format today, folks. So bear with us because we're relying on technology.
Mm-hmm.
But Dawn's going to walk you through. We've got a little bit different. Do we give them a sneak peek now or later about what's on the website? Or should they hang to the end? They got to hang to the end.
They should hang.
We got to hang to the end. We've got kind of a surprise on the website. So anyway, Dawn's going to lay out a format real quick because we're doing it a little bit different today because of the amazing video footage that we have.
Yes. So if technology cooperates, everybody cross your fingers, cross your toes for us. It's all going to work out. But we have a special treat. So we're looking at the Hoover family's Breckenridge in Tarrant County. And because of the magic of David and Kelsey, who we talk about on our marketing team, we actually have Mrs. Hoover giving you guys the tour via video. So we're going to let her kind of show off her house. And then Eric and I will chime in, as we go room by room to kind of talk in a little bit more detail. But we just wanted to try something a little bit different for you guys and see how it goes.
So give us feedback if you like this, if you like the format. We'll try this when we can. Obviously, we don't have high res video on every single home that we build. David apparently is going to so many hours in a day, whatever. But yeah, so let's roll into this. Right. You guys always drop your questions in the chat. We will still be monitoring the questions. Anything you want to talk about, home construction related, financing related, land prep related, what's going on in construction today related, what's taking so, what are the holdups? We are here to answer all those questions, be totally transparent, give you the best experience possible, all the information you're going to need to make the right decisions. So with that, Dawn.
All right, let's go.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelsey with Tilson Homes and I'm here in Tarrant County with Jennifer. Hi. And she's going to show us around her brand new Breckenridge C home.
Yes, I can't wait to show you all the amazing details. You can see though from the outside we replaced the stone with the brick and made a couple of other changes as well.
Yeah, I see that you did choose to make that wall between the dining room and the garage half siding, half brick instead of all brick.
Exactly. We just want to kind of tie in that front of the house. But that was it. The front door is a standard option. The cedar headers above the windows, those came standards. We just love the sea elevation for the Breckenridge.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely stunning and I'm really excited to check out more of the inside. So let's head on in.
Let's go.
All right. Well, before we go in.
So we did forget, by the way, that was Kelsey, everybody. For those of you who refer to Kelsey and Kelsey's monitoring the chat, that was it. You just met Kelsey. That was Kelsey. Thanks, Kelsey.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the standard Breckenridge. As you guys know, it is a model in Weatherford. And like they were mentioning, it's usually a brick exterior, a stone exterior. The Hoover family did change theirs out to be brick and did change that one wall that Kelsey was talking about on the exterior so that it's half brick, half siding, just to give it a little bit more visual interest for what they were looking for. The other thing that they did is they reversed this plan a little bit. So this is kind of the standard floor plan for the Breckenridge, what the Hoovers built and what's actually in the model that we have in Weatherford is the one with the bonus room. So you're going to see a lot of those types of changes that are happening. But this is the standard layout. It is a absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous plan. A big favorite because of that huge front porch that you saw on the Hoover family's home that does come standard on that plan. It's got an amazing kitchen space, good true split bedroom where the kids' bedrooms are completely on the opposite side from the master suite, has a built-in study, formal dining room, just tons and tons and tons of space. And of course, the 2-car garage comes as part of the plan.
Yeah. So, and again, of course, obviously model in Weatherford, very similar model in Katy, Texas, called the Fredericksburg, which if you go way back in Tilson heritage lineage history, the Breckenridge was born from the Fredericksburg. So you can look at both those planes, you'll see some similarities. But yeah, the Breckenridge is obviously kind of a souped up version of the Fredericksburg. And yeah, so they just did an amazing job with it. We built it for them. So.
Yes, absolutely beautiful. So this is the red line floor plan, kind of showing the changes from the standard. The first thing you'll notice, they did reverse the plan. So it is all kind of mirror image to what would come standard. We talked about replacing the stone with the brick. They did some changing around with like the shelving in the closets and things like that. So you'll see a couple of notes about that. They went with the fireplace option, which will show you it's absolutely beautiful. They changed up on the rear of the home where the door was located. So they actually, instead of having the exterior door where it was planned, they put in double French doors coming off the family room and changed the normal door location coming out of off of the breakfast area into a window there. They did add some brick accents in the kitchen itself, so change that out. I believe it's stone in the normal plan, but we match the exterior when we do that type of an accent wall in the kitchen, unless you don't want us to. They made some amazing changes to the master bedroom, so bathrooms. They switched that out so that it's a freestanding tub. You guys are gonna love it. All the tile selections and stuff in there. So she'll tell you some more about that. Did obscure that window, added the upstairs bonus space, and then that other exterior change. Really, very few changes, honestly, for a Tilson home. Like it was just kind of some modifications. She did do one other thing in the kitchen that I don't see noted on here that was actually really cool. And the like wall of pantry area, she took out some of the pantry to make space for a future wine fridge. And right now it's just kind of a nice little coffee bar nook area.
Yeah, but I mean, all in, you're at it's actually 3 bathrooms. There's 4,000 square feet. You got your 2 full baths downstairs. You got a full bath up. And a half bath. So we got 3.5 baths. It's a lot of house. It could easily be, a 5th bedroom. Of course, like you said, she used this as a little bit different space than a theater room that she has set up.
Yes. You get to see that.
Pretty stoked. Okay, so what are you doing next?
So let's go for couple more slides in here, and let's just show them what the rear of the home looked like. You see the beautiful front of the house, but then it also has a very nice back porch that isn't shown in the video. So just kind of showing this is what the rear of the home looks like. But then let's go ahead and let me see real quick scope and see if we have any questions so far. We have a lot more people checking in.
More shout outs, some progress. We got some progress, folks.
Yes, we do. That we do. Renee did tell us where she is. She's looking for a builder in Salado.
Oh. Well, as it turns out, we build in Salado, Renee.
Yeah. Lenore is waiting for her results from geotechnical in MICO.
Awesome.
We've got Martina and Colleen building in Hidalgo and Avant. Signed our plans on Saturday, waiting on the appraisal and getting released to construction.
Awesome.
We've got Saul from Trinity.
What's up, Saul?
Frank is hoping to build with us in Vista Ridge at RC Lake.
Well, Richland Chambers. We got a lot going on around there.
We do. We have a lot going on there. Jesse loves the exterior of the home. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Mike is saying that he got his dirt pad started today on the Magnolia in the hills of Possum Kingdom. Thanks to Calcade for getting things rolling.
Hey, look, what a difference the weather makes, right? Like
I know. As soon as the rain stops, we can make some progress.
Yes.
Janet saying her daughter and Ennis just started their framework today. So excited. Awesome.
Yeah. And hats off to our builders. What's up, Beals? Hats off to our builders for out there. I mean, I know it's been hard, you guys and customers, trudging through this crazy weather and delays. But with good weather, we can gain some ground. So kudos for everybody out there hanging in. And I don't know anyway, we'll get to more of that later. But yeah,
Yes.
Great stuff to see. Thanks for your feedback. Again, drop questions in there. Anything you want to know, anything you want to ask about this plan or any other plan, let's get after it. We'd love to help you out.
All righty. Well, let's move on to the inside of the home.
All right, so this is our new house.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So
this turned out amazing.
It did. Just the archways and the way it opens up, and you're walking in the front door, it just pulls you in. You just want to see the rest of the house.
Yeah, I know. So we obviously start right here in the dining room.
Yes.
This is amazing. The table's huge, plenty of room for everybody.
Plenty of room. In fact, fun fact, between this table, the bar in the kitchen, which I'll show you in a minute, and then the breakfast nook, I can sit 22 people at a table space, which is great for entertaining large families, which is what we have.
Yeah, I love that. Holidays will be plenty of room for everybody, and birthdays and all the celebrations.
Exactly.
And then I love the cutouts in the wall right here and over there.
Oh yeah, it just frames that piece of furniture. It makes it very easy to kind of distinguish where pieces of furniture go in the room, and it makes it pretty, but makes it functional too.
Yeah, and it's a really easy way to elevate the space and really give it something to look at.
Absolutely.
More so than just the room.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what next? Where should we go?
Let's go into the family room.
All right.
So did you guys hear that? She has room for 22 people to sit in this house.
Dawn, there's always room for one more.
Yeah, if you bring your own chairs, there's room for more. But yeah, 22 people seated in a dining area. That's amazing.
Awesome. So here we are in their actual home. So this is what's, I can't thank you enough, Hoover family, for letting us do this. This is fantastic.
Yes.
So what are we looking at now?
So this is the foyer, just giving you a longer view. And one of the things that we didn't, we talked a lot about the dining room in that section, but what we didn't show you is to the other side of the hallway, and through that arch, there's actually a full study and powder bath. So we have that. There's the dining area. Yeah, so that's just a zoomed out photo of the dining area itself. So you can see, you get the window to the front, and that, knockout that we were talking about in that space that holds the furniture, which is just gorgeous. And then on the other side of the foyer, you have the office and powder bath that comes standard as part of the plan. And that office actually has a full closet in it. So it's very easy if you wanted to add another bathroom to make that change. But this is a great work from home space for them. So, yeah. Yep. All right. Well, before we move on to the next room, we did have a couple questions come in. Renee is asking if we can do sinks in the utility room.
We can, Renee. Yeah, we do two different types of sinks. We have kind of a very utility sink. We do three things, I guess. We can stub out for a future sink if you want to. Maybe you don't know which kind you want just yet, so we can just add the hot, the cold, and the drain for it. We can also do an actual utility sink, which is kind of a very utilitarian fiberglass, like what you would think in like a janitor's closet kind of thing. We have people that request that. Again, a lot of rural customers. And then we also have, obviously, we can do a cabinet with a big, deep sink in it, an undermount sink on granite, that kind of thing. So there's a couple of different options on that. But yes, we do sinks in utility rooms.
Okay. And then Tara is asking how hard it is to do the cutout in the dining area. Is it super expensive? She's building a Laporte.
So I'll tell you something. It's a little deceiving. It's actually not. So we charge it just like an art niche is basically what it is. It's just a great big art niche. And actually the way it's done, this is a little bit sneaky.
Is it built forward?
Exactly. This is a thicker wall. Yeah. So,
okay.
So a little David Copperfield action going on here. Little trickery. No, it's a 6-inch wall typically, and then we recess a portion of it in to make it kind of like a big art niche. So no, they're not very, very expensive. I think they're done either by art niche or one on this side. Maybe it was probably the price of 2 art niches. So it's a very, very inexpensive item. You're not talking thousands of dollars or anything like that. It's very, very affordable and makes a big impact, as you can see. And there's actually in the gallery, if you go through the Matterport of this home later virtual tour, you can actually see it through kind of the hallway going in from the dining room and into the bedrooms, that area. There's some more there, but yeah, it's a very nice little aesthetic feature for your
mm-hmm.
Show off all of your wedding gifts that you don't use there.
Well, then you'd be using them because you'd be displaying them. So
there you are. There you are.
All right. We have Maricela joining us, building the Gonzales in Trinity, Texas.
Awesome. A lot of East Texas folk coming on today. That's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Denise is asking, do we know the change in price due to brick and siding on the outside instead of the stone?
It's going to vary by region, Denise. So you're really better served getting with your design consultant, but it is something that they can price out pretty easily. But yeah, there definitely was a credit their way from going from stone to brick. The siding is pretty well the same because the base model comes with stone and siding, just like you saw it on the model on our website. But going to brick instead of stone, there is a credit for that. So. Okay. And that will vary by region a little bit.
All right. And Saul is building the Gonzales C in Trinity, Texas, waiting on the pad to be designed. Wendy is asking if there's space, can a dog wash station be added in the utility room or the garage? Yes. Yes, we do those. So we would just get with you to kind of talk about how tall you want it, what type of shower head, all of that. But that is something that we can definitely accommodate. Jabo is asking, can you provide details on how a home is plumbed for a water softener and give a general cost?
Sure. So general cost, you're the $1,000 to $2,000 range, Jabo. Depending on the size of home and number of stub outs. I know I'm having a little bit of connection issue stuff, so we're working through that. But the biggest part about a house being stub roughed in for water. So what is a water softener to start with? So, water varies obviously across the state. Even if you're on a public water entity, it comes from a well somewhere. Okay, it comes somewhere either from surface water, lakes, reservoirs, all that kind of stuff, or it comes from subterranean, right? Some kind of aquifer somewhere. Either your own or a community one. And so the calcium and amount, the chemical makeup of the water is going to vary a little bit, mainly on the minerals, okay? And so really hard water is typically when it has high calcium, high mineral content. And the water softener is a device that it passes through as part of the filtration system to remove some of those minerals, typically with some type of rock salt. Okay, so we will rough in for a water softener. So the pricing I'm talking about is not for the water softener itself, it's just to plumb for it. But you do need an outlet, it has to have power. So you need an outlet there, and you need a water stub, obviously. You typically need a drain as well, or we're gonna do it exactly that way. And then the most important thing about it is that your hose bibs, your exterior water faucets, they are gonna be on what's known as a home run, or they're gonna be, you want them to still be on the natural hard water. You don't wanna put those on soft water. So ordinarily when we're plumbing a house, we just kind of go around the house and with the most efficient way, shortest amount of runs, we just kind of, as we get to an exterior outlet, we just kind of tee off and put that, and then we go around to the next bathroom. You can't do that with when you're doing a water softener. You have to have a line that is dedicated, which is why it's a home run. It goes straight from the supply to that water spigot outside hose bib. Another one to the other one, another one to the other one. So part of the price is there's more labor involved in that. The reason being is you don't want to be watering plants and things like that outside with water that's gone through a water softener, because it does have a little bit higher salinity content. Great for drinking, great for washing, great for washing dishes. You don't get the water spots. Not as good when you're watering your plants. I don't like soft water. I don't like salt water. So that's where the plumbing charge comes in. That, and of course the stuff out there, the power, the drain, all that. So yeah.
Okay. Great.
Not everybody needs them. But for those who do, we do it.
Okay. Perfect. Teresa is asking, can Tilson do guest houses to match the house we get? Yes, we can. Yeah, we have a casita design that's already done. We actually are working on a 2-bedroom casita that'll be coming to our Waco location. But yes, we can absolutely help you with that. And then Frank is asking, will a 50 amp car charging station likely make you have to go to a 320 amp service?
So Frank, first I want to know if it's for a Tesla or if this is for the Hummer truck. Which EV is this for? And then I'm so curious. Is it the Ford Lightning? I want to know what's piqued your interest. I want to know what folks are actually after. Are Tilson folks after Teslas, Ford Lightnings, Hummer trucks? That's what I want to know. Let us know in the comments. The answer is almost assuredly yes, Frank. You are going to want it because it's a fast charging. They do have the one, or at least the ones I've heard of. Oh, Tesla truck. There we go.
Tesla truck.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. So the 50 amp is for the fast charger. So they have a slower one that works on a regular, like 110. But yeah, for a dedicated 50 amp charger, which they do sell, Tesla will sell it to you. We are almost assuredly going to bump up to a 320 amp service. It's going to depend on the co-op that you're on, but they're going to most likely want you to do that. That'd be the best thing to do, particularly if your home is all electric. So if you're not going to have any gas appliances, so your water heater, your furnaces, cooking, that kind of stuff, if that's all going to be electric, guaranteed we're going to need to do a 320 service.
Okay.
Great question.
Great.
Tesla.
Thanks for asking. All righty. Well, let's move on into the living room.
Keep asking the questions. We'll keep answering them. We're going back to the stellar video. Back to Kelsey and Mrs. Hoover.
Back to Kelsey and Mrs. Hoover.
Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. It's so open and inviting.
I love
beams,
it. Aren't they beautiful?
They're awesome.
Those huge exposed beams that it just draws your eyes upward.
Oh yeah, and it really makes the space just, welcoming, inviting. The warm tones of the wood, it's awesome. I love that color that you chose. It really complements the whole room.
Thank you. Yeah, we wanted that feeling of being like open and lots of space and still yet being inviting and welcoming.
Yeah, and then the fireplace option. I love that you chose to include
all the way up. It's such a statement piece.
Yeah.
People walk in and they're just blown away by this fireplace.
Yes, and I love this brick that you chose. It's so weathered but warm, and instead of the stone, you chose this brick.
We did.
Yeah.
We chose the brick all throughout the house, inside and outside. It's the same brick, and we wanted that kind of old world country charm of the brick instead of the rock, and so we went with that, and I couldn't be happier with the choice. And then the mantle, it's that same rough hewn cedar, and it's in the same stain as the exposed
beams and all the wood,
all the trim. It all comes together.
Yeah, I think it looks absolutely stunning. And then the windows, I see that you chose to do the double door.
We did. So initially, this was supposed to have 3 large windows, which would have been beautiful. And then the back door would have been off the breakfast nook. But we chose to move the back door, put in those double French doors, and that way it just kind of opens out onto the property as an inviting thing for people to gather outside.
Yeah, and it lets in so much light too. I mean, even if you had all the lights off in this room, there's so much natural light coming in that you really don't even need to turn on the lights.
Most days we don't. Most days we leave it off and just let the natural sunlight come in.
Yeah, all right. So let's go this way and check out more of the kitchen.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, I'll follow you.
Okay.
So what did you guys think of that living room?
Yeah, tell us what you think about what you saw in the living room, what they did with the fireplace. We think it's spectacular, obviously.
Yes. I love the addition of the French doors there, because when she's having her 22 people over for dinner, you can just open the living room and let everything spill outside. Yeah.
I would probably be leaving if 22 people were at my house doing that. I would be the guy rushing outside. I gotta go check out what we're cooking outside. Like, I'm not cooking outside. I'm going outside anyway.
I'm just gonna go hide. But here's the view of that room if you guys wanted to see the picture. Let's see. Wendy is saying her husband wants the Tesla. She wants a BMW or Mercedes. Since it'll be her car, who do we think is gonna win?
If we're placing bets, Wendy, I would like to bet on Wendy.
Yes, that's where my money is.
For sure.
Leslie saying it's a beautiful home. Agree. Jesse says absolutely stunning. So pretty. Yeah, and something else to point out for the AV nerds. I mean, there is there's tubing conduit that's here for HDMI, different things like that. So there's kind of a brushed finish. We don't have a close up of it, but a brushed finish kind of receptacle that you can get up and have equipment, maybe on the other side of this or up in the attic or someplace. So it's kind of nice. You can have a nice clean look where you don't have stuff sitting on the mantle. So anyway, an option always, of course. Awesome. This is obviously a gas fireplace.
We're in a climate zone 3 area up there in outside of Fort Worth. So
yeah. David's saying he, absolutely loved their fireplace. It really like that it's the same brick interior and exterior. So it really just ties the whole home together.
And it comes full circle, right? I mean, the Tilson home I grew up in, built in 1976, had a brick fireplace very similar to this that matched the brick on the outside of our home. And
nice.
That's I don't know how long ago 1976 was, but it was a long, long, long time ago.
Wasn't that long.
Saying, seems like a long time. Anyway,
it does seem like a long time. And let's see. Wendy's asking, in the Cedar Creek, can we locate the fireplace in the corner versus along the back wall?
Well, I strategically brought up the website so that I would have that. You don't have to reference it, but I can. We probably can. We may have to make some modifications because it being a 2-story. There's a little bit other stuff going on. But so she's wanting along the back wall. Is that what we're talking about?
In the corner. Yeah, in the corner instead of the back wall.
Okay, so the answer is yes, but we need to be sure it's going to be the corner of like where the master bedroom is in the Cedar Creek. So where the family room meets the master bedroom is kind of where it would need to go if we're going to do that. And even then, we're going to be sure we'll have to get separate pricing on it because the chimney is going to have to come up through that covered porch. So there's a covered porch on the back of that home. And we'll want to make sure that the chimney will actually have to be flashed all the way around for all 4 sides, as opposed to just on 2 sides when it's on 3 sides. I'm sorry, when it's on the back porch. I mean, on the back wall. So anyway, yeah, it can absolutely be done. The one thing to think about is when folks, one of the reasons people don't. I love a fireplace in a corner. I think it's super cool. Some feedback I have gotten from customers is that but then I lose 2 walls instead of just 1. To a fireplace.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Kind of 6 one way, but hey, I love the way they look. It looks. I've seen them with stone or brick all the way up. They look fantastic. So personal choice, but yes, we can certainly put it in the corner instead.
Okay. And Peggy says she loves the living room. She's doing a similar look, but extending the vaulted beam to the rear porch. The brick floor to ceiling fireplace is stunning.
Yeah. Agreed.
And then Frank is asking, because you mentioned that had to be a gas fireplace. Are there restrictions on wood burning fireplaces in some areas?
Man, there are, Frank. And it's actually not on wood burning itself. It's not so much that it's wood burning. It is the tightness of the home. That's the struggle. So I of course, there's theories out there that they're trying to get rid of wood burning. Some states make it almost impossible. Colorado makes it very difficult to have wood burning fireplaces anymore. There are a lot of fires. California, probably not going to have a lot of wood fireplaces in the near future if they don't already. So, you could say they're trying to do that here in Texas, maybe not. But what they are trying to do is make sure the homes are built very, very tight. So on a gas fireplace like the one here, it's sealed. Like it has its own combustible airspace, because it has fuel, a constant supply of fuel. Gas does. Gas is supplying the fireplace with a constant supply of fuel, whereas wood burning fireplaces need air. Right, so they need you have fuel in the fire, the wood itself, but then in addition to that, you need oxygen, you need air to make it happen. So you can still do it in a climate zone 3 where we're using spray foam insulation, but it is a super sophisticated wood burning fireplace called the Constitution, is the brand that we use, and it is got doors on it that will seal. And it's rated to still burn while the doors are sealed. So same thing, it creates its own combustible airspace, but it is obviously more expensive than your kind of run-of-the-mill builder wood-burning fireplace. It can still be done, but it's to make sure that we meet that 3 air changes per hour or less, we do have to use a much more sophisticated firebox. The days of the old just brick masonry fireplace all the way where it's true masonry inside all the way up, those days are pretty well out of the picture if you're going to meet code. Does it mean people aren't still doing it in some places? Texas is a big state, it's hard to police. Okay, there are custom builders out there that'll do stuff that's not to code and it's really pretty. We're not going to do that. So because the question would be, if they're willing to do that not to code, what else would they not do to code and not tell you about? So but yeah, so it's not so much a restriction on wood burning, Frank. It's a great question. It's a restriction on air tightness and air changes per hour.
Okay.
Great question.
That makes sense. And then Teresa is asking, she just bought 17 acres in Atascosa. How long would it be to get someone out there to tell me where would be the best place to put our new home?
Well, Teresa, I don't know if you're under contract with us yet or not, if you've done a deposit. Obviously, if you know that's where your house is going to go, there's nothing really holding you up on taking that next move. Obviously, we have to take care of the customers we've contracted with first. So if that area were to be able to get caught up from our land evaluation, our site preparation specialist, then we could potentially set up an appointment to go take a look at it. But it may be a little while because we have to take care of the people that have contracted with us first. But we have been known to come out there and take a look. But the reality is, if you got 17 acres, there's somewhere we can put a house that's not going to be a problem at all. So, and we are going to help you. That's part of the process anyway. When you do buy and build with us, is we come out there and give you that guidance on where's the best place, where utility is going to be coming from. What do we see out there now? What's the slope of the land looking like? What's drainage look like long term? And we walk you through all that. Great question. Thanks.
Perfect. All righty. Well, let's go ahead and move into their kitchen.
Come on into the kitchen. Let me show you all the amazing details in here.
This is an incredible kitchen. I know how much you had mentioned that you loved your kitchen, and this was like the one thing that you were really looking forward to the most.
Oh yes, by far. So check out this huge island. This was standard, but we got to, of course, choose the color of the granite, the finishes and all that, and just, I love how much space this gives us.
Yeah,
and
there's tons of room on the other side too.
On the bar.
Plenty of room for the knees to fit underneath.
Easily. And then you can kind of see a little bit of the brick underneath. Yeah. So just that touch of brick that ties into the brick here.
Yes, I think this is absolutely stunning. I love this little accent wall.
Yeah, oh, me too. It adds so much character, and it's kind of unexpected in a kitchen, but I love it.
And then this is not your normal subway tile, is it? It looks a little bit almost rugged.
It does. It's actually Italian. It's one of the choices in the Tilson showroom, but it's got that kind of wavy texture to it. So it's just a little imperfect, which I love because then it makes it more comfortable.
And it really ties in with the countertop choices, and this stove is incredible. I love gas stoves.
Yes.
They are great.
They are. And then we actually chose to recess this a little bit and add a little niche, which is perfect for herbs and our salt and pepper. I sometimes have little herb plants up there. And
it's everything that you want to be able to grab quickly.
Exactly. Just right there. And we did customize this a little bit. So this was supposed to be 3 large cabinets. It's kind of your built-in pantry right there. We didn't need that much space, and so we chose to kind of create an extra little workspace there.
Yeah, I love it, and it doubles as a little coffee bar. It's perfect. It's the one-stop shop in the morning.
Exactly. And then we put in, we actually had a little electrical outlet put in down there, so if we wanted to, we could put a little wine fridge down there. We could do that at a later date, and just the flexibility that we could customize it like that was amazing.
Yeah, it's an incredible kitchen. I'm in love. I want one myself. All right, so over here in the breakfast nook it's like the perfect space. It ties everything in all together.
It really does, and you can kind of see this is where the door was supposed to be. We switched out for a window, and then we're just encased in this natural sunlight.
Yeah.
It's awesome to just sit and be very casual, very informal. But when we have large groups, this is the kid table. So then they're here in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's such an easy place to gather as a family in the morning for breakfast all together, or if you wanted to do like a little study area.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. All right, so should we go this way and check out the master?
Absolutely.
All right.
So, the kitchen to win all kitchens in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love, again, you've got the continuation of the brick. And we went ahead and had Kelsey zoom in a little bit in the presentation to show that backsplash and the niche that they put in the wall for their, that shelf holds their spices. And I love how they did that as a herringbone pattern, just kind of offsets a little bit from it. But yeah, that tile is just gorgeous because it's like Kelsey was saying, it's not that standard, shiny, perfect subway tile. It's got, some texture to it. So really some old world charm that just really tied this entire house together. It's just absolutely beautiful. All right. We do have a couple more questions. Jarana is asking, in climate zone 2, is climate zone 2 for warmer climates? I know it determines your type of insulation, but what if you wanted spray insulation? Is that a large upgrade?
It is not a large upgrade. And so, yeah, we can absolutely do spray foam in climate zone 2, do it quite a bit for people. It's not very expensive right now. So, I mean, we're in August 2021. It's about $2 a square foot of heated living area. And what that part of that, it's not just the insulation, because obviously you're getting some kind of credit for the bats that we aren't doing, and you're paying extra for the spray foam, but we're completely changing up the HVAC system. So we have to use a dehumidifier. We're doing some different things because the home is inevitably going to be tighter. And climate zone 2 is typically not just warmer, that is to some degree, but more humidity. So think climate zone 2. Think of how a warm front or cold front typically enters the state of Texas. It blows from northwest down to southeast. So as you get closer to the coast, the humidity is higher. And so if you enclose that humidity real tight with spray foam insulation, that's awesome. You've made the house tight, but now you've potentially trapped a lot of moisture inside. So we have to give the house, we already do fresh air intakes on all of our homes, just for the air quality itself. But when we do spray foam anywhere in Texas, we're adding a dehumidifier to it to combat that in this method, which is kind of funny because in Colorado, they do the opposite. They add humidifiers to their HVAC systems so that you don't wake up with nosebleeds. And it doesn't work. I still wake up with nosebleeds if I'm in Colorado. So, but yeah, so the dehumidifier is a big part of it. It is a little bit more sophisticated HVAC system when we go to the spray foam installation. So and it needs to be comprehensive with whoever you're working with, HVAC contractor, whatever builder you're working with. It needs to be a comprehensive plan. You don't just throw spray foam at a house and not talk to your electrician, HVAC contractor, plumber, all that about it, because it comes down. I mean, there's certain appliances you can and can't use. The way you have to stub gas. There's a lot that goes into it when you start getting into spray foam. So get a professional like us. We do this.
We do. All right. Frank is asking, can some high dormer windows go into the cathedral ceiling on the Angelina?
So it's going to depend on which elevation. You know, when you do the cathedral ceiling on the Angelina, it would have to go all the way through from the porch, most likely. So I don't think it would be centered is part of the struggle. Take some design alteration. You might get one. You know, obviously the study is what's on the front of the house, so it's not really going to work from there because there's a big wall stopping it. But you could do a dormer on the back side of that home, so overlooking the back. So you get the cathedral ceiling, you got the back covered porch. You could put a dormer up there that allows light to come down in. So it's possible, but it'd probably work easier on the back of the home than with the front of the home.
Okay. All right.
If James Sheblak wants to correct me on that, he's more than welcome to. Our VP of Design and Drafting. So I can see him already rolling his eyes, going, "Oh, design questions."
All right. Different Frank is saying he's building the Travis plan with the alternate side garage. Can you build a bonus room over the garage instead of the main house?
Yeah, Frank, it'd be super small, man. There's just not quite enough space. There's not enough plate height. So there's not, you wouldn't have enough. I certainly wouldn't have enough head clearance, going up there. It would be such a small room. I'm not sure I don't know how big of a garage you're doing, but if it's just the garage option, it's not going to be big enough to do a bonus room above that. You're going to need more attic volume. That's why those bonus rooms come up as a lot. Because even a lot of our bonus rooms, including the Breckenridge, and this one you'll see, like it goes down to even a 5-foot plate on the edge. So the ceiling slopes down and then goes, and it would be, like maybe 4 or 5 feet wide and 14 feet long. And I'm not sure how much value you'd get out of that, but.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and move on to their master bedroom.
All right. Beautiful room.
Check out the ceiling.
Yes, this is awesome. So you chose to keep everything in here the same?
Everything's the same as on the plans. The ceiling is part of the standard plans. The exposed beams all of that. And then we just carried our color choices into here. So the wood is staying the same as all the rest of the wood in the house, just to keep it consistent, but we really didn't change anything. We loved the room the way it was.
Yeah, and then you did make a few changes to the master bath.
We did, a couple of changes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, wow. This is an amazing bathroom.
Isn't it gorgeous?
I would live here. Just in the bathroom. I wouldn't even need to go anywhere else.
I do live here. Yes, we made a lot of changes to this bathtub area. So initially, in the original floor plans, both of these walls had the inset arches, just like in the formal dining room. We took those out. We made this just a regular wall, brought the tile up further for the freestanding bathtub, and then put in those recessed niches right there.
Yes, and I love the deco tile that you chose. I think that's a beautiful choice. It really complements the rest of the wall tile and the rest of your choices. I see that you kept them consistent throughout the whole house.
We did. We carried in that same cabinet style from the kitchen, the same granite from the kitchen. We just wanted that consistency throughout the house.
Yeah, and it looks absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
And then the shower is also beautiful. I think it's the same as the plan.
Yes, we didn't make any changes to the shower. We love the fact that it had the built-in bench, it's got the shelves, and we kept the tile choices consistent with around the bathtub. So
awesome. Well, should we go upstairs and check out the bonus room?
yes, let's do that.
All right.
So what a gorgeous owner's retreat. Just that space is. Like she was saying, they didn't really change anything in the bedroom itself from the actual plan. So all that you're seeing is included in the Breckenridge plan and the pricing that you're seeing on the website. So that stepped ceiling, the beams that are in there, the ceiling fan, all the large windows, all of that is what you get when you buy that home, just included naturally. That's one of the
And you also don't
all
get
the bells
Mrs.
and
Hoover's
whistles that come with this plan.
beautiful view. You have to substitute your own beautiful view.
Yes. In beautiful view, not included, but we assume you have that already.
Of course.
And then the master bathroom is just quite the oasis. It's just gorgeous. I love everything she did in here. So like she mentioned, they changed the whole tub area and made it into, put in a freestanding tub, did tile on the full wall, most 3/4 of the way up the wall. It did the run of the deco tile, added those 2 niches that also have the deco tile in them. And I just love her color choices there in the walk-in shower. It just looks amazing. Love the tile in the shower floor. That's the black and white pattern. And then repeating the deco tile around the outside of the shower, as well as on the step. We don't see a lot of people that do that, not the step, the bench that's there. We don't see a lot of people put that on the bench. And I thought that was just a wonderful choice. Just really ties everything together. As you can see, it's his and her vanities. Everybody's got their own space and the bench in between with that window. And like we mentioned at the start, they did add the obscure film to that window.
It's a lot of light coming. It's really, really pretty.
Yeah. And their color choices just even make it look even lighter and brighter. They did a fabulous job. I just love this space.
Little storage underneath the bench, and it's really spectacular. Great job.
This plan just has a lot of amazing little touches to it. All right. I don't see any questions, so I guess we'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah, y'all keep asking more questions. Be glad to keep answering them. So put your questions in and we'll answer them, and we're going to roll on with more video and see more of this home.
Yep. Let's go upstairs.
Let's go upstairs.
All right, so this was the bonus. We added all this space up here.
There's a ton of space. This is awesome.
Check out the playroom. Check out these awesome egg chairs.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't these
the
fun?
Egg chairs?
The kids love them. They just sit here and read and get all curled up, or they can play. This is a huge space.
Yes.
We choose to use it for a playroom, but it's a huge space up here.
Yeah. So with the bonus room, it includes the theater room, another bedroom,
a whole nother bathroom. And so that's a whole nother bedroom suite right there with a bedroom and a bathroom. And then yes, this playroom and the theater room, which I have it set up as a sewing room.
Okay.
But it can be whatever you need it to be.
Yeah, I definitely want to see your sewing room.
Let's look at it.
Oh, this is a ton of extra space. I love this.
Isn't it? It's amazing. So it's meant to be a theater room. You've got the built-ins here, mount your TV, put some couches or sofas in here, you'd have plenty of space. But I chose to use it as a craft room. And so I've got all this storage, lots of space for my furniture. It just works out beautifully.
Yeah, it's a great use of space. I mean, you have tons of room in here for storage. You have your own kind of room in the house to just kind of do your own thing.
Mom's room.
Yes, exactly. And if you ever did want to convert it back into a TV room, it'd be super easy to do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
so easy.
There's tons of room in here for couches, chairs, plenty of room to put a TV up there.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. All right, should we head back downstairs?
I think we're done looking at the house.
All right.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so I love the egg chairs too. I have to find my own now. But yeah, they've got the great upstairs bonus space. So you saw the bonus room and you saw her sewing room. What they didn't show in the video is there's actually, like they mentioned, the full bedroom and bathroom upstairs as well, which is on the next page of this. So that's the upstairs full bathroom. That is up there. And then another full bedroom with a large closet. So that's really a whole nother living space upstairs.
Yeah, this is going back to what I was talking about with a good friend who asked about the Travis.
Frank.
Being able to, so yeah, Frank, sorry. Is the slope ceiling. So this is a big dormer actually on the back of the Breckenridge, and then going back to this shot, this is so just kind of saying, as your ceiling is sloping down, this is a dormer. Obviously, there's a dormer over there, but as that ceiling's coming down, so you have to have quite a bit of, and this is over the whole middle part of the home to give us this kind of size bonus room. So even to do one like, 18 by 20, which is the size of kind of your smallest average bonus room, you're going to need to have a lot of space down below as that ceiling is sloping up. So
okay,
a visualization I was trying to talk about, because apparently this doesn't always get it done. So maybe a picture helps, perhaps.
All right. And then just kind of moving on with other stuff that we did not see in the tours. There's a whole other, it's almost its own wing of the house off the other end of the living room from the opposite side of the kitchen and the master bath. You've got 2 additional bathrooms down there that are very good size. And then this really nice desk study storage area that's part of that hallway there. So this is a great homework space for the kids. If you end up having to homeschool again, which we really hope you don't. But it's a good space for that. Lots of storage. So just a really nice feature of this plan.
Yeah, and this is included in the Breckenridge no matter what. So again, this one is really cool. It comes out of the gate.
Yes, it definitely does. And then you've got a whole nother bathroom that side of the house.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Kelsey and Mrs. Hoover for this. Also, who do we credit all these photos to?
Kelsey took all the photos.
Exactly. Yeah, Kelsey took the photos too.
Yeah, which actually we can let them wrap up and talk about finish up with the house. So
well, let's do that.
Let them do that. All right.
All right. Well, thank you for showing me around.
Your home is so welcome.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. We love it.
Do you want to run me through some of the basics of it?
Sure. So with the bonus upstairs, it comes to just under 4,000 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, but the office could be a 5th bedroom if you needed it.
Yeah, with that closet and the window, it would be a perfect space.
Exactly. And then 3.5 bathrooms, so plenty of space for our entire family.
Yeah, I think it's going to turn into a great entertaining space. I'm so excited that you trusted us to bring your dream home to life. And for all of you watching, we will be doing more customer home tours soon, so be sure to tune into those, and we hope to someday soon make you part of the Tilson family.
All right, so Kelsey's trying to put Eric out of a job, which I'm sure
I'm down. How many of y'all would like to see Kelsey instead of me? Yes, the answer is yes. Of course. No, seriously, Kelsey, you did an amazing job. Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
Thank you, Hoover, for letting us share. And Gig'em, I saw some little hints here through the house that may or may not point to a certain school. So anyway,
I thought you might like that.
Yeah, of course. So what kind of questions do we, guys, keep asking your questions. We want to answer them. And we've got some other few announcements. Dawn has a sneak peek kind of thing, but let's answer these folks' questions. They've waited.
Okay, so
we promised.
Frank is asking, in Vista Ridge HOA requires 240-pound shingles. Do you have the Owens Durations Premium as an upgrade?
We do have them as an upgrade, but you might not need them. So we've actually been able to have Owens Corning write letters on the on our Oak Ridge shingle, because they have a limited lifetime warranty. So shingles aren't really rated in pounds anymore. Some of these, and even though Vista Ridge is a fairly new subdivision, sometimes they just kind of copy and paste from other developments they've done. Shingles haven't been really rated in pounds in a very, very long time, probably 12 or 14 years. They kind of, the industry kind of moved away from that, but deed restrictions are kind of set in stone. So we've had to have different shingle manufacturers over the years write letters saying you're good. You know, what they don't want is the old 3-tab flimsy shingle. That's what they don't want. So if you want to go to Owens Corning, the Duration Premium, we can certainly do that. It's a great shingle. Obviously, we sell that shingle. We even do the one above that. So it has a big hail rating on it, and it's a shingle. So anyway, yes, we can do it. No problem.
Perfect. All right. Jessie is asking, she has cattle on her property. Do we need it fenced off from the entry gate to the house location, or just fencing around the home with extra room for large trucks?
Yeah, the latter, Jessie. So you don't have to fence all the way down the road. Yeah, just some type of fencing around the job site, you know, obviously the house itself, and then enough space, like you said, to be able to stage material, because the cows will walk on everything. So if we drop it off, they're curious, and they're not the smartest creatures on 4 legs. So
and they're very hungry,
which makes them a disaster on a job site. So yeah, just enough space around there for that, and then, you know, some kind of gate where we can get in and out. Even if it's a tension gate, it doesn't even have to be a swinging gate if you don't want it to be. We've had customers that do it. I know Patriot makes a electric wire fence if you don't want to do barbed wire or something like that. But any kind of temporary fence that'll keep the cows out is good. Okay,
perfect. Frank is commenting, looks like the Breckenridge can have about every option already built into the standard plan. Yeah, it really does. Like this plan comes with a lot. It's a beautiful plan. John is saying, describe a great setup for a covered outdoor kitchen adjacent to the kitchen.
Yeah, I feel like I'm playing, it's like a game show. Like, how do I know if I get it wrong, John? What do you, Dawn, you go first. Describe a great setup for a covered kitchen adjacent to the kitchen. I guess a door would be good. We'd want a door.
Yes. Probably the double doors would be good.
So doors, and then, I mean, if you truly want to use this outdoor kitchen, John, maybe, you know, a gas stub in case you want to do a propane grill of some sort later. A water stub, so hot, cold, and a drain. So you could have a sink if you're wanting to do that out there, but that's really about all you need. I mean, you know, have enough space. You know, I'd at least 7 or 8 feet is what I'd want, and really it just needs to be one wall. Like you see some of these that are L-shaped. I don't think it needs to be all that. I don't think I want to give up that much of my covered porch, my outdoor living area.
Right.
I don't need that much space to prep and cook and all that. I've got a big, gigantic island inside. I'm going to season my I'm seasoning my burgers in the air conditioning. Okay. Like I'm prepping all my food inside.
Where the bugs aren't.
Yeah. No bugs, no mosquitoes, no heat. And I have AC. I'm doing that inside. So just think about that. You know, like would it be cool? It looks amazing, but how much use will you really get out of it over and above what you would get use out of the kitchen that you're already paying for? So that's something to consider when you're investing in that kind of space. So maybe just a 7 or 8 foot long spot that's got electrical for a little, outdoor fridge of some sort, gas for cooking, and water if you need that. Although that's even debatable if you even need water. So.
Okay, perfect. Lenore is asking, after our stakeout, we were told there was a difference of 8 feet from one corner to another. Will that all be leveled out by the foundation, or will they bring in fill? We are in the hill country on top of limestone.
Yeah, typically that's going to be leveled out with foundation in there, because like you said, you're on limestone, so there's not really, can't really go cutting into the dirt because it's rock. So in a lot of cases like that, we do set forms to the out of level. There are some situations where we do bring in fill for a pad, but it's very, very rare in that type of situation where we're chasing and out of level. Because my guess is it doesn't just, that 8-foot drop is on the footprint of your home, and my guess is it doesn't just get magically flat on that low corner. It probably continues going, right? So you can fill in all you want to, but it just keeps, you're chasing an outlet, if that makes sense. So like that we'll be building it to the out of level. We'll be setting a form on the backside, and that's very common in the hill country.
Okay. All right. Donna's saying that she really likes the new format. Thanks for changing it up and likes to see new ideas. So thank you for letting us know that. And we have a question about the freestanding tub and how much extra is that?
So I don't have an exact price on the freestanding tub, but and there are there's I think 3 different ones that we offer through Kohler, through Sterling and through Kohler. So you'd want to get exactly with your design consultant and get the exact one, and they can show you the different ones that there are to get you the pricing on those. But you are going to get credit for the tub, obviously that was already there. Which is a big tub with a with all
the tiles around and
and cabinet front and all that. So you're only charged the net difference.
Okay, perfect. Frank is sharing he also likes this new format. Feels like he's on a Zoom call directly with us. All right, cool, interesting. All right, Nancy is asking if we are having issues getting brick.
We're having issues getting everything.
Everything.
It ain't just brick. So yes, brick is tough. It actually is certain colors. Okay, I mean, can we get brick? Yes, we can get brick.
Yes.
And I will say, Acme has been very good as transparent and as proactive as they can be. And working with Zach Shell, who's our director of vendor management, that guy has the hardest job in the company, I think, right now. He gets a list multiple times a week from every vendor. Hey, we're out of this. Hey, there's a lead time on this. Hey, this is back ordered. Hey, we got this back in stock. We have this instead of this. And he's constantly sending emails to the sales team and builders, trying to keep folks informed. So, I mean, if we're going to have an issue with your brick, you will hear from your builder or from your sales consultant. The good news is we can't just switch to whatever color we want. Like legally, we can't do that. We've agreed in our agreement with you that if something like that, a specific color you have chosen isn't available, you must reselect. Like we can't just pick whatever. The difference would be like on radiant barrier decking. Okay, so for instance, we don't tell you if we're going to use Louisiana Pacific Tex Shield or Georgia Pacific Plitanium. We don't get brand specific on that. That way it leaves us some options to say, hey, wherever we can get radiant barrier decking, as long as it blocks 97% of the sun's radiant heat as advertised, we're cleared hot. We don't need permission to use one or the other. I hope that makes sense. But anything that you've selected personally and made the selection on, that you have to sign off on.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Peggy is asking if Tilson allows installation of dish or other internet prior to closing from home and needs access right away after closing.
So actually you can. You can have that done. We do ask you obviously to coordinate with the builder, with the building superintendent, because we don't want contractors in there on top of other contractors necessarily. And the only caveat is they can't touch anything our contractors have done and vice versa. So we don't want them messing with any of our electrical boxes, that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you want to have Dish or somebody come in there or any kind of low voltage company come in and run, any kind of low voltage wiring, which is what that's considered, you can have that done. We typically there's a little bit of a lull, sometimes now more than others, when we're done with what we call roughing in the home. So when we're done running all the electrical wiring throughout, the plumbing throughout, and the HVAC, we allow folks to come in, like the inspections have to happen. Okay, so no matter where we're building in Texas, even if there aren't inspections locally, we're getting the home inspected by a licensed.
We're going to pause.
Inspected. So a lot of times the builder will say that's a good time for you to have someone come in and run that kind of low voltage stuff. Great question.
Okay. Great. J-Bo is saying he's looking forward to seeing the casita model and asking if a casita can be built later or do we have to build it when the primary home is built?
Great question. But yeah, we can probably build it later. We haven't had anyone do that yet. But yeah, we can most likely do that.
Okay, perfect.
It's just a little house. That's what casita means. Little house.
Jarana is asking, has anyone screened in a cathedral extended porch? Our canyon is going to have the extended cathedral porch and was just wondering if that is possible.
It is possible.
That's a lot of screen, though.
A lot of screening, and
you probably have to have support beams across it to keep the screen from collapsing. So I'm not sure how that would look.
Well, and screen they only make it in such long lengths, right? So it may the biggest you can get is 8 feet, which that's probably even 6 might be the biggest, but 8 feet. Let's say you can get 8 foot tall roll of screen. So yeah, like you're saying, you're going to have something to attach it to, and a way to keep it to get it tight. And then I'm already picturing like the first bird. You know where they're going to fly through? They're going to fly through like not at eye level,
way up high where you can't get to it.
19 feet in the air. So anything can be done, but I'd want to definitely get with our vendor that we get the screening material from and get a better answer for you on maybe some examples they have on Cathedral. I'm sure they have some kind of Cathedral solution.
Yeah. She agrees with us that she thinks it'd be a lot, but she just really hates bugs. I agree. I really hate bugs too.
I'm with you.
I just want to make sure we weren't going to be destroying your beautiful view. And then screen repair is going to be tough. All righty. That is really all the questions I see.
Brilliant. Okay. So Dawn, what is this top secret? Guys, you can still ask questions. We'll still answer them. But we're giving you a warning.
This is last call for questions.
You snuck something on there. You snuck something on the internet.
We did. So we had talked a couple weeks ago. People were asking about new plans, and we were talking about the live oak. And at the time, we thought it was going to be until September, but it's actually live on the website now, guys. So you can go to the website when the live is over. And you say goodbye to us, go over to the website and you can see the live oak, the interactive floor plans, and all of the elevations. And the interactive elevations are live now. So brand new plan. You heard it here first.
There it is. So come here to learn about when new stuff's going to happen. I think you even pushed the custom options live, like right before.
I did. Like right before. That's why we started the teensy bit late, because I wanted to get it out there for you guys.
Always working so hard for y'all to make sure you have everything you need.
So and then we're also the video clips that we shared today is actually, we do have that as one long video, and we will push that live to our website tomorrow morning so that you guys can see it then. So we'll do a post and let you know when it's live.
Share it, show your friends. The other thing is the craftsmanship page.
Yes. Yes, we do have. Let me actually pull that up so I can show you guys.
This is a really cool thing that Dawn.
I'm pretty proud of this.
I was at a marketing summit last week that Dawn was not at, and they pulled this up as like, this is what builders should be doing for customers. So Dawn is cutting edge for you guys. Check this out.
All right, so this is the new craftsman section, quality construction section of the website. So you come in here and there's a little introductory video from somebody you should recognize. But then you can also click into every section, and it goes starting with foundation through every phase of construction on your home, ending with the third-party inspections. And when you click into the specific part of construction, there's a video where Eric's taking you behind the scenes, showing you everything that's going on with our home. If you want to read the transcript, you can click that button, or you can click read more, which just has more information about our process during that phase of construction. And then when you scroll all the way down, there are going to be additional resources. So additional blog posts, videos, different things that we've put together about that phase of construction so that you can see more.
So there you go. There you go. And see, look, and you can do this with like B or C class talent. Okay. You don't even have to have anybody good. You just good information. Okay. Right. Like this.
You have to have somebody who's excited to be there.
This should give everyone hope. So yeah, so thank you for doing that. That's awesome, guys. Go there. It's a ton of information. For those of you who like to watch video, it's good for video. If you like to read, it's good for reading. If you like to share it and post it and let folks know do it, you can do that too. So that's what's cool about it. So
yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, I'm really proud of that. It's a lot of information. So super excited. And then we've got a couple more questions. Peggy says she loves to play with our website. And thank you for the videos. Thank you for watching us.
Yeah.
Martina is asking when we're going to post the new model in San Marcos to the site. So it is actually with drafting for approval. So I hope to have that live for you guys in the next couple of weeks, but we'll announce it here when it is ready. But everything is ready for review. So I'll be checking on that after that. She's also asking what replaced the Hillsborough. The entire Waxahachie sales office replaced the Hillsborough. So that is one of the few model homes in the history of the company. Since it was in the neighborhood, we actually sold it. So someone lives in it now. It's actually a house, but yes, the whole Waxahachie location replaced that. So both the Fayetteville and the Whitney, as well as the beautiful design center.
Cool.
Let's see. We had somebody who says he was coming in late. He's building a 2-story San Gabriel and would like to see an elevation pic. Ooh. Huh.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure that we will. I'm sure drafting will draw up something for you.
Good news.
Sure.
You're gonna be seeing one because you have to draw yours.
Yep. So we'll definitely see it then. Let's see. Daniel is actually asking a financing question. How far back do they look at W-2 information?
Okay. Well, Daniel, there may be a little confusion there because creditors don't typically look at W-2 information. Now, well, I guess the lender might look at
the lender. I think he means the mortgage lender.
Yeah, mortgage lender is typically looking at 2 years, or your past 2 years of W-2, if that's what you're documenting as your income. Now, sometimes they will, if there's maybe, I've only been W-2 for a year, and prior to that, I was 1099. Then a lot of times what they'll say, well, let us see your tax returns from those years, and let us see your W-2, and maybe they also ask for like your last 30 days pay stubs, and they can kind of use that to project what your income will be if you're going to remain a W-2 income employee. But 2 years is kind of the golden rule on there on W-2 information. If we're talking about credit report history, then that's a different story, and that's a way further back than 2 years. That can follow you for a long, long time.
Yes,
it does follow you for a long, long time. Not can.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Great question.
Let's see. Frank is saying, I'm sold on the professionalism of everything I've seen. I managed inspected commercial construction for 20 years, and it feels like you guys are really trying to do the jobs right. We are. Thank you for that.
We try very hard, Frank. We are humans, but we do try hard, and we will make it right, for sure.
Absolutely. Jabo says he cheated, and he already checked out the Live Oak online. Says it looks great.
Well, first rule of marketing. Well, I don't do marketing. Don does, but you don't tell somebody something's out there until you've tested it and made sure it's working. So
we try not to, at least.
Learn that, but yeah, Jabo's sneaking around the website. Good for him. Awesome.
That's awesome. And then Rosemary is asking, at what stage of building do you reprocess finance paperwork?
Rosemary, it's typically done about 60 days out prior to closing. But they have been known to check things right up until closing as well, verifying employment, that kind of thing. But they typically will just kind of repull credit and that kind of thing. They'll ask for updated pay stubs. A lot of times they'll ask for updated bank statements about 30 to 60 days prior to closing, but typically 60.
Yeah, and I've heard now a lot of them are like re-verifying that employment information like 72. So
great questions.
Great questions. Okay. All right, that is all the questions I see.
Wonderful. Well, I think we can save this other stuff till next time. Perhaps it's been a little over an hour for folks. Or do you want to ask if people are interested in this thing?
You can ask because now everybody's curious. Unless you want to bring them back next week, so we can ask them that. But
we're going to ask you something next week. Come back next week. We have a question for y'all. It may or may not have anything to do with things. Okay, we had some requests that Dawn is introverting about it. I don't introvert, so she's thinking about it. I'm doing whatever she tells me to do. So come back next week. We'd like your input on something. Might even do some. Right. I don't know how we do this, but thank y'all for doing this. Thank you for coming and joining us. Obviously, we have all of our regular places you can find us. We have our 11 design centers working on the 12th that are open 7 days a week. We got model homes there. We've got the Facebook page. We've got an Instagram page. You can interact with us on all socials. We have a fantastic YouTube channel with tons and tons and tons of content. We've got Jabo he's always sneaking around doing everything. We also have a website, of course, award-winning website that is constantly being updated, constantly innovating, that has tons of information for you guys. It's open 24/7, and we have the best online sales team on the planet. in
We
there.
gotta bring them on this.
I know, I should. Y'all have probably seen bomb videos from them. You've gotten video emails from our online salespeople. If you haven't, please let us know, because you should. And then, yeah, obviously we're out there getting after it. We are working really hard to get these homes built. We are working through the current market conditions, just like you are. I know if you're walking into a restaurant, if you're walking into particularly mom and pop places, right? But everywhere, guy, you walk into a dry cleaners, a Jiffy Lube, all these places, bear with them. Okay. Like it's hard right now getting people to show up. So, just know that all industries are feeling that. So we are grateful for those that are showing up. Bear with us. We are going to get your homes built. You know, we always have done right by our customers. Been doing this for almost 90 years. So there are obvious market conditions that we're dealing with. There's labor shortages. There's supply chain disruptions. There's all this stuff going on. But all you need to know is that Tilson is going to be here through the long haul. You don't have to worry about us not showing up. It may be longer than we want it to be. It will be longer than you want it to be, but it is going to happen. So hang in there with us, and we genuinely want to make you part of the Tilson family. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everybody.